Hello everybody, Samantha White here, and today I thought we would take another field trip. So about a month ago, I did a video where I had you guys come shopping with me at the grocery store that I always go to that has bulk bins and lots of locally sourced unpackaged produce, and I got a lot of feedback on that video. A lot of it was saying that it was too complicated or too expensive, or that you guys just didn't have a store like that where you could actually go shopping, so that this way of shopping seemed really unattainable to some of you. And I've thought about that feedback a lot, and I decided to do another Come Shopping With Me video where I do my weekly shopping, but this time I'm doing it at a conventional regional grocery store. So there are no bulk bins, and I'm not really sure what their produce selection is, but we're gonna go and we're gonna buy everything for this week as low waste as possible, and I'm gonna take you guys along with me. First stop was the produce department. There was a lot of unpackaged produce to choose from, which was great for me because the majority of what I eat is vegetables during the week. Because there are no bulk bins in the store, I didn't bring any jars in with me, but I did bring my bag full of bags, which meant that I could skip the plastic bags that the produce department provided and use my cloth ones instead. I used my cloth bags to pick up shiitake mushrooms, green beans, broccoli, and potatoes. While bags do come in handy, I chose just to leave some stuff completely unpacked. I put bananas, squash, zucchini, peppers, leeks, cauliflower, onions, tomatoes, and a sweet potato straight into my cart, bag-free. Once I was all stocked up on produce, I made my way through the aisles to the rice section. There were tons of options, but I opted for a box of white rice instead of a plastic bag. Pasta was a little tricky since every box has a plastic window, but I picked up some anyway and just chose the box with the smallest window I could find. Spices were up next, and I chose a glass jar of cumin. I also chose a glass jar for the olive oil that I picked up. There were many aisles that we didn't even stop in because they solely contained heavily processed and packaged items, which made shopping easier because we mostly stuck to the perimeter of the store. I grabbed some tea that claimed to come with compostable tea bags and then went to the bakery department. We couldn't find any plastic-free loaves of bread, so we picked up some bagels instead. Our last stop was the dairy cooler, where we grabbed a gallon of locally produced milk in a glass bottle. The plastic cap is trash, but the bottle itself can be returned and reused. That was everything I bought. As you can see, I'm at home now in my apartment with my grocery haul right next to me. This is hopefully everything that we will eat this week, though I'm not saying that we won't go buy something else if we want it or if we happen to run out of food. We definitely sometimes have to go back to the grocery store more than once a week, but this is the main shop for the week. You may have noticed that I didn't pick up any meat, cheese, or eggs this week during this grocery haul, and that is because I choose to buy my eggs and cheese at farmers markets or at stores that have them directly from the farmer that's local to me. And meat we choose to only eat at home if we get it from friends or family who have gone hunting, or if we get it straight from a farm. That being said, if you do want to continue buying meat in your supermarket, but you don't want to keep having to get it in plastic, there is a way you can do that. If your grocery store has a deli or butcher section, you can go up with a clean container. I usually use a glass Pyrex one or a stainless steel one, and you can ask them to put your meat or cheese right into that container instead of getting it wrapped in plastic. Not every store will do this, and I've been turned down multiple times to have them put cheese right into my container, but the worst that they can say is no, and the best that can happen is that you get your food with less packaging. Now let's talk price. How much did all of this actually cost me? My entire haul this week cost me $73. My budget for me and my boyfriend every week is $100. That's what we have budgeted out to spend on food. And so this week we actually came in under budget. Some weeks we spend more, some weeks we spend a little less, but in the end it averages out to be about $100 a week. In my last shopping video, a lot of people commented on how expensive the food I was getting was, and I looked and I compared the receipt from this week to my receipt from previous weeks, and the produce this week was slightly cheaper. That's true. Now, even though I could shop at Price Chopper every week and probably get things cheaper than at the co-op I choose to shop at, I have made shopping at that co-op a priority because I want to support them and support the good that they're doing for the community and the good that they're doing for local farmers, because they do put a lot of effort into buying from small, local, organic farmers. And so I choose to spend a little more on my groceries every week. But if you don't want to do that, you definitely don't have to. And I hope that this video has showed you that you can go anywhere, and maybe you won't be able to do it completely zero waste, but there's always going to be some trash that's created. That's the thing. The way this economy, the way that our system is set up, is that you're gonna create some trash. But you can reduce the amount of trash you create a ton by just being conscious of your choices and by choosing the most minimally packaged option available. You don't have to deprive yourself. You don't have to do an extreme change of your diet. You definitely don't have to buy the things that I'm buying. This is just how I eat. If you don't want to eat this stuff, don't buy it. Buy whatever you want, and just be conscious of your packaging options. If something comes in cardboard and it also comes in a plastic bag, choose the cardboard one. Little choices like that really do add up, and then all of a sudden you'll have a haul like this where there's very minimal amounts of trash in it. So that is the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this sort of showed you that no matter where you are and no matter what you have available to you, you can drastically reduce the amount of trash that you create when you go shopping. You don't have to do a huge diet overhaul. You don't have to change the way you live to be conscious and just make small choices every day that really do make a big difference. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye! Before I go, I just want to point out that I was shopping at Price Chopper, and they were awesome about me using my cloth bags and my own containers. There were no comments, there were no like weird looks. The manager did come up and talk to me, but that was because I was filming myself while shopping. And once I told him what I was doing, he was so on board. He thought the Price Chopper had some really cool sustainable initiatives, which I should look into more, because I didn't even look into if Price Chopper was trying to be sustainable when I chose to go there. I just knew that it was the closest grocery store to my house, and so I was like, this seems simple. So I just wanted to give them a huge shout out for being so nice and being so cool with me bringing my own containers in.